I'm Sally Horchow, and this is Very Good Looking, where you can find taste every day. As you can see, I have let my office go into a complete and utter clutter catastrophe. It is a nightmare, so I had to call in the big guns. Tracy McCubbin is a declutterer by trade. She's a pro. So I asked her to come over here and give me some tips on how to get out of this situation and how not to get into it in the first place. Tracy, thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
This is a dire situation, as you can see, and I need all the help that I can get to declutter this office. I have not even come down here in a couple months because it's so overwhelming.
Clutter is something that you have to stay on top of. Like, people get this idea like, oh, I'll clean my desk off once and it'll stay perfect. It's a constant battle.
Well, now I know that that is true, and I feel like I will stay on top of it once I get it under control, but I don't even know how to start.
So one of the things that comes into play with it, it's a little bit of time management issues. It's about blocking off time to say, like, okay, I'm gonna take 15 minutes at the start of every day, or I'm gonna take a half an hour on Tuesday, and I'm just gonna deal with the things on my desk. And if you can just build that time in and actually do it, you're gonna stay on top of it, and you're not gonna get so upside down that you don't even know where to start.
So there are so many things on this desk that have just ended up here because I don't have any place to put them. So, I mean, there's just items like, you know, I'm gonna donate these things, I guess, or give them away, but I don't know what to do with them.
Okay, so these are things that you have plans to donate and you know you wanna give them away, but they're just sort of swimming around. So one of the things that I like to do for donations is I like to have a bag, like for instance, this tote bag, because it's easy to carry.
Okay.
I just put my donations in here. It lives by the door, and then when it gets full, or I know I'm going by my favorite place to donate, I grab it and it goes. And then that way, you have a place for everything and everything in its place. These things don't live on your desk, they live in this bag.
Okay, exactly. So everything in its place. Now, this is a file, it's all one trip. It's it's a travel file. I even have a place for this to go.
Okay.
It goes in the file cabinet. Look
Yeah.
at this file. It's, you know, it's so full.
So for instance, right off the bat, I can see these are old tax returns. Great, you need to keep those forever. So what I like to do is create, like, I have these boxes that I like to use, really inexpensive, Target, Staples, anywhere.
Okay.
And I would just have one called tax returns, and then my old taxes returns would go in there, and then this lives in a closet or in the garage or somewhere out of the way.
So should I start this whole process in the file cabinets then and not on the desk?
I would.
Okay.
I would, because then you're gonna have a home for everything, right? So let's say you make a bunch of new files on here and then you go here and the files are too full, then you're gonna put the new files here and you're gonna go lay down and take a nap. So clean out a place to put it and then you'll have a home for it.
Well, and that's another question is about mail. I mean, mail is something that just piles up and, you know, and there's things in the file cabinet that pile up, and look at this. I have a shredder, but I have this bag of stuff to shred.
So this is a great example of what we talked about earlier about staying on top of it. I always tell my clients, open your mail over your shredder. So shred it right away, and then what'll happen is this won't build up. We won't hit that tipping point of like you're buried under something. You just deal with it right away.
Okay, I'm gonna deal with this right away.
Oh, that's
I'm
so
gonna
great.
shred right now.
Oh, that's so awesome.
It's gonna just feel like the most satisfying thing in the whole world. Ah,
see?
Go away.
It's like the clutter's just disappearing.
Oh my God, I love it. Oh, it's a satisfying noise, isn't it?
It's fantastic. I love shredding.
All right, thank you so much.
You're
I really
welcome.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. So I've got my work cut out for me, but thanks to Tracy's tips, I'm just the slightest bit more confident that I'll actually get it done. And hey, if we can all remember everything in its place, a place for everything, then we'll get rid of our clutter altogether, and that will be very good looking. Thanks for watching this episode of Very Good Looking. Now that you know how to declutter your space, check out some more videos on Spaces and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Tumblr to stack up on all the latest trends.